it. I guess I went live. How about that, y'all? I even did it on time. I'm having to learn more buttons and stuff over here today, and I had to be Batman, okay? Because Robin is not here. She has a job now. She works right down the hall from me, a long way away. So I had to get her in here at the last minute so I would know how to operate these things over here to do a countdown, how to do the end screen, how to do the baby Enzo. Thank you very much. And something else I got over here. Um, well, maybe I'll remember what it is during the show. Oh, of course, our commercial for a group cruise. That'll be coming up shortly. And I was just come over from See Me Traveling. So if you're coming in from that, you see that Marsha and Kurt got a new squeaky. The Gaylor sent them. It's actually not even a squeaky. It is a ship horn. Awesome. Awesome ship horn. I've got to find me one of them because it's not going over as good as I thought it would. I did drop my other squeaky here. Hold on. I still got, of course, old dependable squeaky, the SCT Greg and Felicia gave me. And I got the old from New Year's here with me, old faithful reliable horns. But I'm a little jealous this morning. I'm a little jealous. Kurt and Marsha got that fantastic horn. I love it. Awesome, guys. That thing's fantastic. And they was talking about train rides this morning. And we did a couple of train rides in Alaska. And yes, Kurt and Marsha and anybody who hasn't been up there and done the train rides, you're going to want to do them. There's one you can do from the port. That's fantastic. We did that. You got to go do it. And then there's the other long one. If you stay and do the land tour, you're going to take a 8 or 9 hour big train ride with a car that has the glass domes. That was fantastic too. But anyway, it's enough about trains. Let me get over here and see who is in here this morning. Oh my goodness, I got to scroll all the way to the top. It looks like the first one in was StreamYard, that wacky little duck with the headphones. Thanks for being here, StreamYard. How about that? And then Michael the Realist popped in here and said, I got to do this, don't I? Sea Lake Journeys and Chat Family, good morning, y'alls. I like that good morning, y'alls. Michael, good morning to you, brother. And then next was Tiffany. Baby Shark came in and said, good morning, Chet and Robin. Good morning, Tiffany. And the Z-Man was next up. The Z Show Cruise Fun saying, good morning to the Baby Shark and good morning to the Z-Man. Hey, don't forget at 9:30 today, Z-Man it's called Z's Power Hour. At 9:30, he's going to be in the gym working out. So if you need to get in shape like the Z-Man's doing, like I'm doing, because I'll be in the gym at that time too. So Z-Man, I will have you on my phone, and but I'm going to be working out too with you this morning, brother, because I've been going early in the morning, but I'm changing my time up. How about that? And don't forget at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we got J and S going to have a live show along there, along with Cruising is Fun Anytime and Eddie from Eddie Lugo Studios and the Mustard Drill. 9 o'clock every day, they're in there, and they're going to tell you all about all kinds of stuff about cruising. Then we got the Fearless Rambler. George is in the house. Good morning to you, George. Woohoo! Fearless Rambler. Make sure y'all get over there and see what kind of fearless adventures he is up to, because George does some stuff that would scare the average cruiser, but he can do it. And then we got, let me roll on down here. Z-Man's putting up their hashtag SLJ. That if you put the hashtag SLJ in, your channel link will come up from that Nightbot, formerly known as the vacuum cleaner at our house. And also this morning we got Midlife Travels. Sherry here. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Sherry, good morning to you, Midlife Travels. Hey, they're a pretty new channel. Make sure you hit that hashtag SLJ there, Sherry, and get your channel link up so people can check you out. Oh, and then check this out. Lisa's Adventures in Cruising saying, good morning, y'all, driving and listening. Hey, that's what this channel is all about. If you're driving, it don't matter if you're driving to work, you're driving back home, you're driving to the barn, you're driving out to the pasture, you're driving to the yard sale. Maybe you're going to drive by Bama Nola and watch him cut some grass today. And when you do, make sure you tell your neighbor, tell your enemy, tell your friends, tell the mailman, tell the dog catcher, tell the people down the street, tell the astronauts about Sea Lake Journeys and Bama Nola too. And Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. And all these wonderful channels in here this morning. How about that? Let me roll on down here. Z-Man says, good morning, everybody. Getting ready for his daily workout at 9:30 Eastern time. He's going to do it live on YouTube. I will not be doing mine live on YouTube, but I'll be having Z-Man on my phone. So I'll be working out with him. Maybe I should go live. No, nobody wants to see it. Bama Nola, speaking of Bama Nola, he says, good morning, chat. Good morning to you, Billy. Bama Nola Adventures. I've been telling everybody, and don't forget, the creator of hashtag replay is here this morning. Kathy Mills, good morning to you. Woo! And we've been getting some more hashtag replays again. So thanks for creating that, Kathy. Can't thank you enough for that. She's awesome. And let me trip on down here. Oh, look who else is here. Tanisha is here. That's right. Leonard Family Fun saying, hey, welcome in, everyone. Make sure you hit that like button and join the fun by commenting in the chat. That's right. Join the chat. We like to answer questions, make up questions, talk about things. Who knows? We may have an A and B thing going on here in a minute. And the Moonlight Adventures stopped in. Good morning, Moonlight Adventures. We see that your son got promoted to PFC. Woo! That's awesome. Love it. That first promotion is great. I remember mine, and it's something he'll always remember, getting that stripe on your sleeve. Fantastic. Tell him Semper Fi for me, will you? Randa Sita is here this morning saying, good morning, chat. Hey there, y'all. Everybody there. Randa Sita, what's going on this morning? Good to see you. I'm going to give you a double squeaky. Somebody's got to get a double squeaky this morning. It's going to be Randa Sita. How about that, y'all? I love this show. I do this just so it's so much fun to me. I know they say that one of the scariest things is public speaking, but I just feel like I'm just talking to myself. And I do that all day anyway. I amuse myself. My dad used to say, boy, you are easily amused. Because I was easily amused. The Gaylors are here. Good morning to you, John. And I got to tell you, John, that squeaky that you sent, see me traveling, that foghorn, cruise ship horn, that was awesome. I don't know where you found that at. Let me know where you found it at. I got to go find me one of them right there. Gaylors are saying, good morning, everybody. I'm sure everybody hung out over there with Eddie this morning. Eddie comes on at 7:15 in the mornings. He has his 3 or 7 cups of coffee. I'm sure everybody's been trying to keep pace with him over there. And Eddie, I'll have to catch you at the 9 o'clock showing. I'll have you on while I'm at the gym. I was trying to get ready for this morning. My lack of preparation will probably be evident this morning. Backlash Fisherman's here. I did get over there and say hi to him. Chet Solo, what couldn't backlash here? Brother, everything could backlash. Who knows what could happen? Oh, you know what could happen? Let me tell you, Matt. I'll tell you right now. Godzilla is going to come in here and wreck my show. That's the backlash right there, brother. Godzilla is in the house. What do you say, Godzilla? That was Godzilla saying good morning to all you fine people out there. Sharon Rowland, good morning to you. Woo! That's right. Sharon Rowland just had her 29th birthday here the other day, and we're still celebrating this whole month with her or in July. And guess who's having a birthday this month? Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. It's Law Jones, August the 16th. I'm going to tell you happy birthday right now, brother, because who knows? My memory is up one day and down the next. I should remember that one. That was my dad's birthday, and he would be 105 if he was here today. Wow. And Law is not that old. Okay, Law is around my age. How about that? And Moonlight Adventures likes my Batman shirt. Yes, with Robin not here, I'm having to pull off. You know, I forgot my cape, though. I forgot my cape, forgot my cowl. You know, I'm not a very good Batman, but I'll do the best that I can this morning. And I feel like I'm Batman with all these gadgets over here. I'm having to run this chat thing. I'm having to run this Squeakies and the Godzillas and do all the talking to. Oh my gosh. How does anybody do this by themselves? This is crazy. And they're speaking of Law Jones. He says, good morning, Sea Legs. Time to rise and shine. Yes, it is, Law. Woo! We're rising. We're shining. We're going to, after we leave here, we're going to head to the gym. We're going to be getting it on this morning, getting in shape. We got to lose those pounds before we go on our next cruise. Scott McNeil's here this morning, too. Good morning. It's first time here. Scott, your first time here, you get a triple squeaky. That's and the new one. Okay. How about that? Thanks for being here, Scott. Nice kitty cat there. I like that. Nice kitty. And what is got? We got CME Quickie Raid coming in. That's right, Sharon. Everybody coming in over from See Me Traveling. Ah, I don't know if I did this chat right, y'all. Let me roll it here. Be patient with me. I'm not good at this. I'm getting better. Oh, and Randacita's got a message for you. Hit that like button coming in. Thank you for that, Randacita. I'm going to try to catch up. Oh, wait, we got National Day of the Day down here. Let me catch this real quick from Leonard Family Fun. Tanisha, thank you for this. Leonard Family Fun brings us the Happy National Coloring Book Day and National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. Two great things to celebrate. Woo! You know what? Ice cream sandwich. I may have to go get me one of them. For lunch, I'm going to have a sandwich. What kind of sandwich? That's right. Ice cream sandwich. Ice cream sandwich. Hey, speaking of train rides from See Me Traveling this morning, we took another train ride this past weekend, y'all, on an old steam train. It's 103 years old, built in 1920. And wow, it did not ride as smooth as the trains we rode in Alaska. It was kind of like, hey, you're not going to go sleep on that train. Or if you're a baby, you might go to sleep on that train. Hey, I'm going to bring you my own quote of the day here since we're getting the new morning show started again. Haven't had time to recruit law for this yet. Hint, hint, hint. So the quote of the day we're bringing today is, you do not find the happy life, you make it. You do not find the happy life, you make it. That's from Thomas S. Monson. How about that? You got to make that happy life, y'all. You just don't wait for it to just happen. Go make it happen. All right, so if you saw the thumbnail this morning, you saw all those empty deck chairs on that ship. Empty deck chairs early in the morning. How is that possible? How is that possible? It was a princess cruise, Sky Princess, and I get up pretty early, and I like to go out there and look around the ship and see it when it's still nice and quiet. Mostly it's all the workers out there. And on some ships, usually it's a lot of people coming out and throwing their towels on the chairs and pillows and sunglasses and books and all kinds of stuff to hold their chair, And in years past, back when we used to want to lay in the sun some, there was spots around the pool we could just never get a chair. I'd go out there early. We'd go out there together. We'd say, hey, we're going to sit down for a half hour before breakfast. Nope, all the chairs are full. Only like 3 people actually in the chairs, but all the chairs covered with all this stuff. And so I took this picture. I remember when I took it on the Sky Prince, I looked around, I go, where are all the chair hogs? There weren't none on there. And that's been true on most all of our princess cruises. You can go out there, and if you want to get a chair by the pool, usually you can. Yeah, there's very few times we've been out there when every chair was actually full or occupied, so to speak. So my question for this morning on where are the chair hogs goes to bad behavior. I call it bad behavior, bad cruise behavior, hogging them chairs up. You know, you ain't going to be out there till 11 o'clock, but you go out there at 5 in the morning, throw a towel and a book on it. Does particular cruise lines more susceptible to that? Do some cruise lines have less of that behavior than others? And if so, why? Why did the princess ships that we've been on have more seating available around the pool than all the Carnival and MSC trips that we've been on? Now, to be fair, we've only been on one Royal Caribbean, and we went to the adult section there, and there was no problem getting a chair. It was very easy. But that was also in February of last year, 2021. So cruising wasn't really kicked up to full speed yet. So I can't really compare that. I can say that there was plenty of seating everywhere on that ship. Let me slip over here to the chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss anybody coming in. And here we go. We got TNT's Adventures to Sea. That's right. Tom and Terry's here this morning. Good morning to you. And don't forget, they're going to be on that group cruise with us. Tom and Terry, Cruise Nuts, Ocean to Ocean Travel. And we're going to have a good old time on that cruise. So if you haven't booked it yet, call Bruce at Ocean today and say, hey, I got my tax refund. I haven't spent it all yet. I bought some new shoes, but I still got some money left over. How about booking me on that group cruise? And he'll hook you up. Right on. And there we go. Midlife Travels. There you go. That's how you do it. Hit that hashtag SLJ. and you will get your link put up there. Everybody can check you out and find out who you are. And then we got Fats and Trey in here. Good morning to you. We'll give squeaky to y'all this morning. How about that? Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day. Happy wacky Wednesday. Whatever we're going to call it today. Doesn't matter. We're all going to be here having a good time waking up. I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. And oh, we got a Facebook user. That's right, Facebook user. That's going to be the Cruise Nuts. I can tell by those emojis down there. So I want to make sure I thank everybody this morning. Thank you if you're lurking. Thank you if you're watching. Thank you if you're a moderator. Thank you if you're a subscriber. If you're a member. If you're just watching. If you don't know which one of those categories you are, thank you anyway for being here this morning. Hashtag replay. We're not forgetting you. Thanks for coming on in, y'all. Roll. There's a lot of chatting here, y'all. A lot of everybody saying good morning, everybody. We got a great community here on YouTube. And if you want to know what's going on today, check out Paul Vines on Facebook, PSV Odyssey. Paul Vines on Facebook. He's like our YouTube TV guy. And that's how I know who's going to be where and when. Law Judge says, I've had crew members take my towel while I'm in the pool. I even claimed it and said, I'm right here. And they still took it. Yeah, Law, that is that's just the opposite, though, of what you usually think that happens. But I have heard tell of that. And that came to be because years ago, they started watching towels on some cruise lines. And some ships are better than others, and they'll watch towels. And if there's nobody in them, after like 45 minutes, I think is their time limit, they'll go and move the stuff. But usually if you holler at them and say, hey, that's my stuff, they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll leave it. But that's been the remedy sometimes for if you want a chair and you stand there, you can say, hey, has there been anybody in this chair? Because I've been standing here for half an hour and I ain't seen nobody. What's going on? And a lot of times a crew will come and move that towel for you. In the past, I have stood for an hour myself and got irritated and moved the stuff myself and sat down. And it's so funny because we sat down in a chair for a whole nother hour went by and somebody else was standing there. And I go, well, we're fixing to leave. Y'all want these chairs? And they're like, yeah, sure. Then more people came and took the chairs after us. And who knows who the Talon book belonged to. I don't know if they ever came back for it. Maybe they forgot it. Maybe they got left in Cozumel. I don't know what happened there. And Fearless says, I have some rocks for you, Sharon. Send a postcard to the place to send you some rocks. Oh, there you go. Fearless Rambler's got some rocks for Sharon. Ooh, that's awesome. And Sharon does collect the rocks. And there you go. The mailman is going to love you, Fearless. Yeah, it's a 40-pound rock this big. And Sharon says, hey, Chet, can I put my address in the chat? Then after Fearless Rambler gets it, you can delete it. If I see it, I'll delete it. Otherwise, if you go to his channel, you can find his email address. That's the safer way to do it. Go to Fearless Rambler's channel, look for his email address and email it. That's what I recommend. But if you do put it in here and I see it, let me know and I'll remove it for you. Okay, great. All right. So, hey, what about the chair hogs? We were just on an MSC cruise not too long ago. And so I kind of wondered what it was going to be like on there too. Let me tell you that those pools were so packed around the pools. In the aft pool, it wasn't just all the chairs full. It was like the deck was full. And we've got a little video. We put part of that clip up in the past there where they had the bubbles come out that day. And they had all these bubbles flying around. And you couldn't even walk through there. It was so full of people. After the bubbles was gone, it kind of went back to normal. But it was a smaller deck area. I thought to myself, they really should have made this aft pool area a little bit bigger because it was very popular, very crowded all the time. The inside pool was not as crowded, not too bad. So that's another one of those things for if you want one of those prime poolside chairs. Sometimes an option is go look for a different pool. And like the Caribbean Princess has 5 pools. You can find a place around a pool on that ship all the time. Oh, excuse me. And what's going on here? TNT says, I just won $1,270 $5 on an Illinois lottery to pay off my breakaway cruise with all my friends. Woo! How about that? Way to go, Tom and Terry. Pay off that breakaway cruise. I love it. Y'all make sure y'all get on that cruise with us. Maybe we better all buy a lottery ticket tonight. I hear it's going to be like 1.2 billion or something like that. Well, if I won that, I would take everybody in the chat on the cruise with us. No doubt about it. And PSV, Mr. Paul Vines, good morning, driving and listening. Were your ears burning, Paul? We was just mentioning you. That's right. Paul's also our favorite bartender. If you head over to PSV Odyssey and check that out. Oh, Fearless is telling me I do have an email in the About tab. Yes, there you go. Find that email right there, Sharon. Mm-hmm. And Law says, congratulations to TNT. Let me go down here. Z-Man says, yeah, Carnival Cruise, because some people don't have no common sense or common courtesy. That's true. And I wondered why, if everybody else has seen some of the same things I have. Different cruise lines seems to have more problems with chair hogs and other types of behaviors. But why do the people hog the chairs, you think? Why would somebody go out there at 5 a.m. and put a towel and a book and some sunglasses there and never come out till 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon? Why did they have to save that chair that long? I just can't figure that one out. I never understood that. It's kind of as bizarre to me. And we got Scott Smith coming in. Good morning, Chet. Working and lurking. Ooh, we like working and lurking. I'm going to be doing that to myself. I'm going to be working out and lurking this morning myself, Scott. Woo! So, hey, what are the types of bad behavior on the ship that you correlate with some cruise lines, but not others? You know, if you want less chair hogs, there's less on Princess than there is on Carnival. I can tell you that I've been on enough cruises between the two of them to see that there's a pattern there. And I wonder about some of the other things that we consider bad behavior. You know, the drugs. That's why we're seeing so many drug dogs around Carnival now. And the line butters, people putting up spy cameras, the show talkers, kids gone wild, the fight club, all these bad behaviors. One of the things I wanted to bring up this morning and see if y'all see any correlation to it is, does the price point or the cost of a cruise affect the amount of this type of behavior you have? In other words, as the cost increases, is there less of that behavior? So think about that, and I'll tell you what I've noticed over time. And Fearless says, I have a vlog about rude chair hogs. Take a minute and watch it. I will, if I haven't already. I may have already seen that. It may be what gave me this idea. Yeah, chair hogs and other bad behavior, I would say. So anyway, we've noticed over time, as time went on, we saw less of these types of behaviors: chair hogs, people butting in line, drugs, kids gone wild, the fight clubs, all that. For the higher the cost of the cruise, which what makes the cost of a cruise difference? Number one is the length of the cruise. If you've got a cruise that's 7 days, it costs more than a 3 or 4 day cruise. It just does. Different cruise lines cost a little bit more. You get to Celebrity and Princess, Holland America, they're going to cost more than MSC, Royal Caribbean, and Carnival on some of those. And then you go up a little higher, you go to like Viking and Oceania and Cunard. You don't hear about this kind of stuff. You don't hear about people complaining about those things on some of those cruise lines. But boy, they cost a lot of money. I've never been able to go on any of them because they're out of my price point. They're out of my ability to pay. But, you know, one of the most expensive trips, though, you know, this Alaska cruise we just did, we didn't see any of that kind of behavior. Of course, I get it. Nobody's fighting to get around the pool when it's 38 degrees outside, things like that. But seems like everybody's just a little more chill. And longer cruises we've done 8 days and 10 days and 11 days, things like that. Just far less of that kind of behavior. The stuff you'd see if you go on a 3 or 4 day carnival, you're going to see it. There's going to be people running down the hall, banging on your door in the middle of the night. You're going to see some stuff going on, people butting in line, and chair hogs and all that stuff. So I just wonder, is it because of the price point? Does that make it a factor? Tell me what you think in the chat. Does it or does it not, or does it matter? There's some other factor that I'm not seeing? What is it? Let me know. And what have I missed in the chat here? Oh yeah, Laura Jones says, hey Fearless, post the link for that video. Yeah, do that, Fearless. Put that link in there so we can check that rascal out. And Sharon's Fearless got my address written down. There you go. And Z-Man says, oh yeah, of course, fighting on the Carnival cruise ships. It's like an episode of Jerry Springer at sea. Yeah, Jay, he's got a couple of different channels. One of them was like a traveling nomad, and I forget his other channel. Cruise Life, something like that. He showed an episode where there was a big fight going on a Carnival ship, and it seems like all this seems to happen later at night, typically, after people had a lot of time to get tanked up and be roaming about. And he was a little outraged over the fact that there was a couple of kids standing there. It looked like they were 12 or 13 years old. They're standing, 10 feet from this fight, watching it go on, eating an ice cream cone or whatever. And I have to admit, I was a little outraged with him. One, at the fact that there was a fighting going on a cruise ship. I think that's ridiculous. And two, where were these kids' parents? It was pretty late at night. He told what time it was. It was around midnight. And what are they doing roaming about? They were too young to be out there alone. And I thought, my goodness, we're typically not out that late. Though sometimes if we are, it's because we're out dancing. We went to see some live music and got dancing, had a good time, and went after midnight. But a lot of times, lately here, we've been doing more princess stuff, and we just don't see that. You just don't see it on Princess Ship. Don't know why. Y'all let me know. Is it because of the price point? Is it because they got a reputation for old people? I don't know. Okay, so that's what we had for you today. Something to think about, something to make you say, if I want to avoid all that, maybe I should go on a longer cruise. Maybe I should go on a cruise that costs a little bit more. If I can squeeze out the cash for it, if I don't want to run into that behavior. What would you do if you said, hey, I don't want to deal with fights on a cruise ship and chair hogs and all that? What are some of the things you can do to skirt around that? So be thinking about that, because your cruise is coming up. Y'all got cruises coming up. And we always want our vacation cruise to be fun, have a good time, and not have to deal with all that, give you a headache on your cruise. And Law Jones says, I've commented about all behaviors of passengers on cruises. I was told it had a lot to do with what port we sailed out of. Oh, that's another factor to consider, isn't it? We sail out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral mostly. And I got to admit, Fort Lauderdale and Port Canaveral, usually we live out of there, you can tell by boarding the ship that they're a little less bad behaviored. Their behavior is better out of those two ports. Going out of Miami a couple times, it got a little rough even just embarking. Amazing. Oh, here we go. Law says, as in Miami is a party town. There you go. Law is saying exact same thing I just said. You run into a little bit different crowd boarding out of Miami. Although the last time we went wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty good. So sometimes these ports find that out and they try to straighten it up a little bit. Well, thank you guys for joining us this morning. I'm going to have to get out of here so that y'all can get on to the next show coming on here at 9 o'clock with J and the S, Eddie Lugo Studios, Cruising Fun Anytime, and the Muster Drill. So let's see if I can do my end credits, y'all. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, we'll see you around the channel. See you around the channel.